UK government's revised football governance bill to prioritize fan involvement. Football has long been at the center of UK culture, with consistently sold-out events, and fans often form unbreakable bonds with their teams. But perhaps it is time to look again with all these money crises and questions about governance. The revised football governance bill published by the UK government is one turning point that empowers fans and brings greater transparency to the sport. This will pave the way for much stronger involvement of fans in club decision-making, tying rules to prevent financial mismanagement, and more enforcement in what, frankly, is a highly emotive area. A step toward greater transparency and accountability. There have been major changes to the football governance bill, designed to address a number of long-standing concerns about the oversight of English football clubs. An underlying commitment to transparency, focused on regulation with a view to preventing financial mismanagement and ensuring accountability, is now the core of the bill. Over the last few years, clubs have been increasingly scrutinized after several high-profile financial crises left their fans in difficult situations. The bill introduces stricter financial controls. Clubs will be required to disclose key financial data and show that they can act sustainably, protecting their financial health as well as that of the fan base, much like the principles behind BitKing's casino bonuses, which prioritize clear terms and fair play. It's within this context that the proposed law aims to establish an independent regulator that enforces good governance practices the clubs must adopt. The regulator will undertake financial health monitoring, ensure management transparency, and be allowed to apply sanctions, as the case may be. This measure aims to restore confidence in club governance and ensure that clubs operate with integrity and with regard to the loyalty of their supporters. Enhanced fan involvement in club affairs. The revised bill puts fan engagement first to help bridge the increasing gap between UK football fans and their teams, a condition brought about by changes in ownership that put money ahead of tradition. It introduces fan representatives in key club meetings, giving fans a voice in decisions involving club identity, such as name change or relocation. This integration strengthens fans' roles in preserving traditions, with the UK government emphasizing fan involvement as vital for club sustainability amid commercial pressures. Although the bill doesn't directly address betting sponsorships, greater fan presence may influence clubs' partnerships, allowing fans to voice opinions on funding sources and future sponsorships. Financial safeguards to protect clubs and fans. Another major focus of the revised bill has been financial sustainability, especially for those small clubs that may easily fall into an economic downturn. Over the past few years, a number of clubs have been placed into administration and declared insolvent. This situation impacts the club and the wider communities that rely on it. Stringent financial tests are introduced by the bill, with greater regulation of club owners, including new minimum requirements to be satisfied to ensure long-term stability and prevent risky financial practices. These are intended to protect clubs from unsafe financial practices, which have led to disastrous situations for fans and communities. They set up the framework for club management and ensure that clubs can grow sustainably without jeopardizing their future or eroding supporters' confidence. The role of an independent regulator. If passed, the bill would place the regulator at the center of reform in how English football is run. The added benefit of that is that it would do more than just make clubs more financially transparent. It would also serve as an arbitrator between clubs, owners, and supporters. This structure should ensure that clubs practice fairly and ethically and give supporters an effective channel for their concerns and suggestions. The regulator would usher in a new era of balanced powers, where clubs, owners, and fans could work together toward mutual aims. In closing, the revised football governance bill is one of the UK's most ambitious steps toward increased accountability in football governance to restore confidence in English football, putting safeguarding of fan interests at the center. The bill brings in fans into the governance mechanism, sets in place an even more stringent financial check, and establishes an independent regulator to deal with complex issues in the sport. Football clubs are part of the social weave of most communities, and this legislation puts them on a financial footing that is viable, transparent, and accountable to their loyal fans. The full implications of a bill are seldom, if ever, realized immediately. Today's introduction marks the beginning